a workflow and all these things would get kicked into place and there'd be calendar events created and to-do lists and all that. But if something changed and maybe you started that workflow too quickly and the seller changed their mind and they're going to delay listing for a month, you had to go in and delete the entire workflow and all of its associated items. How does that change here? Let's say we have a target listing date of March 1st and my seller decides they're not going to list till March 15th. How does that work here?
Changing the date should change anything that's calculated off of it.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Yeah. So, anything that if it was one date, you change it, then everything recalculates itself.
So they're not static activities once they're created. They're
Correct.
Still, okay, cool. Okay.
Mark, you might show the example from your photography process, the property photography date, the one we used during our demo day. If you were to switch that routine to active, and then you can basically stop and start it through so it's already set to active.
So the other thing that you can do, and just so that it's there, is that any routine that you've got, if you did start it prematurely and you just want to stop that piece for that one thing. So for let me go here to somewhere in time. I use it a lot. So see if I've got something in here. Let me go to a listing here. And in here, I've got a bunch of dates. Okay, so I've got a photography date and it's got the little calendar here. If you move your mouse over the top of the calendar, it says click to select the date or long press to clear the date. Okay, so maybe for whatever reason, this was the listing date, whatever. If I long press on that, it goes out there and says, hey, what routines do I have connected to this?
Oh, cool.
And then do I want to stop it? So I can stop this routine and it pull it from my calendar totally. And then whenever so let me just go ahead and stop it. And then it goes out and it yanks it from the calendar. And now it says, okay, do you really want to clear the full date? Yes, I do. So now once I've done that, it pulls it off the list. And it actually hid the date because it's no longer got a value. Because it's done that. Now, if I come in here and I change the date to now being the 21st and add it, it now redoes it. So at 3 o'clock on the 21st, it now will recreate that portion of the routine for this listing without having to do anything. So you can just yank the entire thing and recalculate it that way as well.
Mark, can I ask a question? It's Melanie.
Hi, Melanie. Yes.
Hey. Okay, so I don't know if I'd use it a little bit differently than others, but I have 2 assistants, actually 3 assistants working on a listing at the same time. So when we have all these dates filled in, I tell them the proposed date for coming soon, photography and all that, and they're putting our proposed dates in and then using the field photography order date. So when that's the date. So what I'm hearing is that we should probably not do that any longer, because
you could still do that. I mean, you
Okay.
can still do that. The question might be, are the date fields that you need in this version yet? And if they're not, let me know. I can get them added real quick.
Right.
Technically, I'm going to let you guys start adding your own date fields,
Sure.
whatever it is, yourself.
Okay.
Very
I'm trying
simple.
to keep it stupid, simple.
I get
At
it.
the same time, because when you start adding fields, it gets more complicated, especially with workflows, right?
It does.
Okay.
The more, but it gives you more flexibility based off of what you need.
Yep.
And some
I like that.
some agents are extremely basic. They just need 1 or 2 dates and that's all they really care about.
Yeah.
Other agents have, we had one agent and TC that had like 178 different things in their workflow, and it represented probably 20 different dates. It's like, you know, how do you maintain that? It's tough. So what we're doing is we're just breaking it down by the individual date and saying, what would I do if this particular appointment or this particular due date or whatever it is, if it's filled in, what should I do?
Okay.